kids, here we are back for term 2 of Stromlo Kids, and I thought I'd take the time today to let you know of what we're doing this term. I've got a few clues in my suitcase and let's get into it. Okay, oh, how did you go with the April bingo page? I did some of the activities. You can see I didn't quite get all of the things in one column, not 5 in a row, but that's okay because we've got one for May. I'm going to give this one a go too. So there are things on here that help us to explore the part of the Bible that we're looking at this term, and there are some other things there as well. Some fun stuff. Look out for the Lego challenges. Okay, what else have we got? So which book of the Bible are we looking at? Let's have a look at these clues. Let me see. I have a baby. Which part of the Bible do you think we're looking at? What else have I got? A shield. Well, that usually means that there's some sort of a battle or a war going on. I wonder what part of the Bible we're looking at. And here, a heart. Have you worked out which part of the Bible we're looking at yet? Let's see what else we've got. We have a cross. Another clue. And, a big clue. A crown. There's a part of the Bible that we're looking at that has a crown in it. Okay, we might be there. 5 small round stones. Have you worked out which part of the Bible we're looking at yet? The last clue. I won't show you how this craft opens up because this is our craft for this Sunday. I'll show you more about that later. Have you worked out what part of the Bible we're looking at? Well, we're going to be looking at a book called 1 Samuel. And all of these things point to stories in 1 Samuel. Now, the story of 1 Samuel might start on page, 302 in this Bible, but the story really starts right back at the beginning, when God creates the world and people rebel. And we see that people are still rebelling in 1 Samuel's time. But it's also a story that points forward. See the cross? It points forward to Jesus. Do you remember last year we did a song called The Big Bible Story by Colin Buchanan? And it talked about how all the Bible stories lead to him. All the Bible stories lead to Jesus. So the historical people and historical events in 1 Samuel back in the Old Testament point us to Jesus. There's a king, there's a crown, there's a baby, there's a cross. Well, just before 1 Samuel, there was a book called Judges, and Judges ends with, in those days, the Israelites did not have a king. Everyone did what he thought was right. Oh no, everyone did what they thought was right? When their hearts and their thoughts are sinful because of the rebellion, it can't be good. Well, we're going to explore together what happens in 1 Samuel when the people are asking for a king, and we ask, who will be king? So that's the name of our series for 1 Samuel, and we'll be exploring that together. Now, I've got a newsletter that I've got ready for your families so that you can explore a little bit more about the 1 Samuel story at home together. There's some tips and tricks and ideas here. And down the bottom, I've actually got a memory verse. So our memory verse for this term says, people look at the outside of a person, but the Lord looks at the heart. Boom, boom. So that's why we've got the heart here. See if you can do it too. People look at the outside of a person, but the Lord looks at the heart. Boom, boom. A couple of years ago, we looked at this tract from Matthias Media called Who Will Be King? And it has the gospel story inside it, the message of God sending his son to rescue us from our sin, and the choice that we need to make about who will be our king. If you don't have one of these anymore, please let me know and I'll see what I can do to get you one. But it's likely you've got one hiding there somewhere, so spend some time looking for it at home. We're going to be thinking, who will be king? Now this Sunday, we have quite a few things. We have some colouring in sheets and some crafts and activities and things like that. We also have this craft. This craft is based around a woman called Hannah, and she's mentioned in the first two chapters of 1 Samuel, and it's sort of her story for the first two chapters. So we're going to be looking at that on Sunday during Stromlo Online, and I'd love for you to have your page printed out ready to go. I'm not going to tell you what's inside here because I'd like you to find that out yourself when you make this craft on Sunday. So print those out, have those ready. And two other things I want to show you. First of all, questions for God. I bet some of you have got some ripper questions at the moment. I'd love to hear them and I'd love to have a go at answering them. So maybe you can get your parents to send me an email, or you might even want to video yourself asking the question and send it to me. I'd love to try and have a go at answering them. I'd actually like to hear what your questions are. And the last thing I wanted to show you is this page. I would love it if every family could print this out, stick it on your fridge or in your dining room table or somewhere where you kind of spend a lot of time. And as you work through 1 Samuel, as you listen to Stromlo Online, as you work through the activities and things that we have, I want you to think about the things that you're learning about God's character, about who he is, why we can trust him, and I want you to write them on this page. By the end of the term, you'll have a page full of things about God, about who he is and why we can trust him. For now, I'm going to pray. Please join with me. Father God, thank you for the book of 1 Samuel. Help us as we read it to learn about you and how we can trust you because of who you are. Amen. Make sure you've got everything ready for Sunday morning for Stromlo Online for your craft and activities. And I look forward to learning about all this with you. See ya!